Hey troops, it's Roy from Geeks Adventures. Woohoo! So I'm not too sure if D23 has more stuff going on. I imagine it does, but after yesterday, I imagine. Well, actually, there is still one more thing left they could still do. Trailer, huh? But anyway, I think at this point, Netflix and everyone else running a streaming service just kind of went, oh crap, oh crap. My buddy Carl out on Facebook. Carl, this is your fault. Asked me on my Facebook page. So you gonna talk about streaming or anything? What the heck? Why not? Honestly, the ripple effect. Dare I say bigger than I dare say bigger than the news for Spider-Man and yada yada yada. Because this is kind of one of those things where the ripple effect goes all over the frippin' place. For you young uns out there, when you talk to old folks like me, we remember cable TV way back in the day. I don't just now. You're thinking what, like the 1990s? No, when it first started, and I mean when. What's this WTBS? What? Wait a minute. You're gonna okay, fine. You're gonna have TV on 24 hours, whatever. Oh, great! Get to see reruns of the Brady Bunch and Andy Griffith. Woo! I guess. That's what it was at the time. You know, it was just rehash stuff, frankly. And even when things move forward to home box office, when HBO, that was what HBO's name was originally because it had a box. That's how you got the cable TV. And also play on the box office, I guess, box office. Well, now I guess you would say it's a play on box office for film, so on and so forth. But even then, I mean, the big deal was Star Wars is going to be on TV now. And y'all are going, so it was a big deal back then. Good Lord. So this is what grandparents felt like when punks like me would be going, you did see movies in color with sound, right? Get off my lawn. And that's me going, get off my lawn. I know, but unfortunately, this is kind of. I mean, the streaming big boom has been going on for a while. I think this is a better way of saying this is the big boom everyone's kind of worried about and going, especially for Netflix. Go what? You know, I take that back. In some ways, you know, for a while now, everyone's been wondering what you guys doing all this money. What you guys doing all this money? This is what they've been doing all this money. I have often joked that probably about 2-3 years ago. You know, when Disney and Netflix were, you know, all this content's flying around all over the place, someone somewhere was going, guys, we've been cool, been doing all right. Want to give you a heads up about stuff, kind of stuff. You need to save up money. What? You need to save up money because you're going to have to start making your own stuff. What do you mean making our own stuff? Our own content. Just a suggestion. That's what HBO does. Makes their own content. I mean, you know, Sopranos, da, da, da. How much of our own content? Whatever you can. With, you know, the mouse in the background going, be a good idea to think about it. Just saying. It's all about content, which I realize is kind of duh. But even more so now. You know, you look at Netflix is a cable company. It's a production company now. It's what they do, or you know, at least that's what they're paying for. With varying levels of response and popularity and quality and so on and so forth. Um, it's the big worry I think was how much content was going to be generated, what level of quality was going to be generated, and now you hear about the Mandalorian, you hear about Obi-Wan Kenobi, you hear about 20 billion shows from the MCU coming out there within about the next 24 months. The umpteenth frightening thing about all this is that at least for say Hulu, for heck, even for Netflix has had years to amass all these shows. Disney's unleashing it now for a really cheap price. And actually, since Hulu's part of all this, Hulu's going, at least we're okay. At least we get to keep our jobs, right? Wow, it's and actually the umpteen thing that kind of makes this really, really just the whole industry just kind of going, oh boy. I mean, there's been word of Warner Brothers and 5 bajillion other folks working on their own streaming service. I imagine even Sony's probably thinking of something. For them, it's a revenue. For the big companies, it's a revenue stream. And it's a chance to make more money. Yeah, really. But again, in terms of the mouse, I mean, this year, even before Rise of Skywalker and Frozen 2 come out, their movies are generating, have made about $6 billion at this point, something crazy like that. On top of everything else they're making. Wow, that's a lot of money, a lot of content. And like I said, the reverberations from there are massive. All this stuff feeds off of the MCU or whatever else they're generating and reflects back. And actually, the other thing that I was thinking about as I'm trying to go over ideas regarding this whole thing, how much broadband capability is that going to mean through all the cable providers? Is it going to be a giant boost? All of a sudden, for a little while, there was that moment of, hey, you can only get so much data because we can cut you off. Now it's kind of back to, yeah, you can have unlimited plans. Is that going to become an issue or what? Often these things kind of turn into or what really fast when you least expect it. It's gonna be funny to see how all this pans out. What is Netflix response? Because as well as things like Bird Box have done, Bird Box, Stranger Things, Always Be My Maybe, a huge response. The reaction's been amazing. Is there a Game of Thrones out there? And actually, for HBO, pardon me, I remember the joke after The Sopranos came out, which was their big ticket thing. Everyone going, what is going to be their next thing? And then, boom, and a Game of Thrones come out, and they're like, oh, thank God. Well, now Game of Thrones is gone. Next, Amazon might be one of the few streaming services in a position, because that's a revenue that is a legit revenue stream. I mean, Bezos is making 5 tons of money off the other stuff and underpaying employees. Oh, sorry, outside voice. Kind of what everyone's thinking, right? But anyway, but But yeah, it is just a small portion of what the giant Bezos empire has. Um, then again, we'll see what happens after Lord of the Rings comes out in what, 2 years, if even that. It does it turn into the thing for them, and also everything goes. Because remember, what was it, 3-4 years ago, before Bond 25, whatever the heck the name of the title is, I don't remember. There was all this talk about people a bidding war starting for Bond, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Amazon the whispers, "Oh, Amazon is going to put up money for it," and blah 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 blah. No, instead they threw it all at Lord of the Rings. But you wonder, if this turns into this giant for them. Do they become a player or what? Again, these things often turn into or what more than anything else. So yeah, I realize this is kind of a really kind of disorganized mishmash of stuff. My apologies. It's interesting times. Honestly, for consumers, it's wonderful because you got choices. I mean, legit. Yes, they cost you money. Okay, here's the deal. Suck it up. You think they're gonna do this for free? Remember my last thing about Wrath of God money? Kind of what you're talking about. All right. So the good news, again, though, the good news is there are options available for consumers. Yes, it's going to cost you some chunk of change, but you want the convenience. You want to be able, pardon me. You want to be able to watch Avengers Endgame on your device anytime you want, anywhere you want. There you go. Unless you want to carry on a portable DVD player. Do they still make those? And of course, and actually, the response is everyone else. What are they going to do? Do they follow lockstep? Ups the game for everybody at this point. Because now, if you're going to start... Actually, if there's anybody, I would say if there's anybody that's got not a ton to worry about, but time to go, great, is CBS All Access. Because now, all of a sudden, the realization, we got to put more stuff on it. Which in some way, actually, that builds up upon Star Trek finally going all the way to Viacom and everything else. I mean, now, hey, we own this stuff. Just saying. Picard does well, build up off of Discovery, hey. Because again, content. No one gives a crap about your 5 billion episodes of NCIS. Yeah, I said it. It's true. Welcome to the 21st century. You see, that actually wasn't Palpatine you heard laughing at the end of the first Rise of Skywalker trailer. It was the mouse going, cha-ching, baby! Anyway, hey, y'all have a good rest of the weekend. May the Force be with you. Yeah, Force is with him, all right. May the odds be in your favor, especially if you're working in Netflix, going, oh hell. But most importantly, let's be good to each other. Okay, peeps. Peace. Bye.